What's up, crypto fam? Welcome back to Zacchy Crypto Update, your go-to source for deep dives into the crypto market, breaking news, and actionable insights. If you're looking for honest, no-fluff analysis to navigate this wild crypto space, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Alright, let's cut straight to it. We've got some massive news shaking up the Pi network community, and honestly, it's got everyone talking. From seasoned analysts to everyday pioneers, we're talking about a significant movement of 200 million Pi network tokens. Yes, you heard that right, 200 million. These tokens weren't just moved around randomly, they were specifically removed from a liquidity reserve and transferred to a completely new wallet. Now, when a move of this magnitude happens, especially with an asset like PI that isn't widely traded on major exchanges, it immediately sparks a flurry of speculation. What does it mean? Who's behind it? And most importantly, what does it mean for you as a Pi holder or someone interested in the project? One of the most prominent voices discussing this is Moon Jeff, a popular crypto commentator over on X, formerly known as Twitter. Moon Jeff is strongly suggesting that this 200 million PI token transfer was an OTC purchase. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar, OTC stands for over-the-counter. In simple terms, it means these tokens were bought privately, directly between a buyer and a seller rather than through a public exchange like Binance or Coinbase where everyone can see the order books. Think of it like a private sale, a handshake deal for a huge block of tokens. Why is this significant? Because typically, when large investors, what we call whales in the crypto world, want to acquire a massive amount of tokens, they often go the OTC route. Why? To avoid slippage. If they tried to buy 200 million Pi tokens on a public exchange with limited liquidity, their massive buy order would instantly push the price through the roof, making their average entry price much higher. OTC allows them to negotiate a fixed price for a large block without publicly impacting the market. From a market sentiment perspective, an OTC purchase of this size is almost universally perceived as bullish. It indicates that a large, sophisticated investor, or perhaps even an institution, is actively accumulating Pi tokens. They see long-term value and they're willing to buy directly and discreetly. This suggests strong confidence in the project's future, despite its current challenges. Let's quickly look at the current price action of Pi coin. As of my last check, the price is hovering around $0.6418. We've seen a slight uptick, about a 1.78% increase in the last 24 hours, which is a small positive. However, it's crucial to acknowledge the bigger picture here. Pi has seen a pretty significant drop, around 40% over the last month, and a more modest 1.6% over the past week. So, while this 200 million token transfer is definitely adding some positive sentiment, let's be real. Pi is still trading very close to its all-time low. It's a long way from its all-time high. This puts us in a really interesting position where big moves are happening behind the scenes, but the public market isn't fully reflecting it yet. Now, as always in crypto, opinions are divided. Moon Jeff, for one, is quite optimistic. He recently put out a statement saying, "Send Pi back to $1.2. He believes that this $1.2 mark is a critical resistance level. If Pi can convincingly break through that, he anticipates it could spark a strong comeback, potentially even reaching $2 in the future. That's a bold prediction, and if it plays out, it would be a significant gain from current levels. But hold on, not everyone is sharing Moon Jeff's enthusiasm. Some members of the community, and even other commentators, have reacted with a fair bit of sarcasm to his optimism. Their main argument? They believe it's highly unlikely Pi will see a significant recovery anytime soon. Why? Because investor confidence, for many, is at an all-time low, and this leads us to a crucial point. Many feel that the Pi core team needs to do a lot more to regain trust and truly move the project forward. So, this brings us to a date that every pioneer has circled on their calendar, June 28th. This day is known in the community as Pi Day 2, and it's historically a pretty significant event. The Pi team usually uses this day to roll out major milestones, deliver those crucial updates, and basically lay out their vision for the next phase of the project. The anticipation this year is, honestly, palpable. A lot of users are holding out for something big, something truly groundbreaking. And what's right at the top of so many people's wish lists? A highly anticipated Binance listing. A listing on a Tier 1 exchange like Binance would be a monumental step for Pi. It would unlock massive liquidity, global exposure, and potentially inject a huge dose of confidence back into the community. It's the kind of catalyst that could fundamentally change Pi's trajectory. However, we also have to address the elephants in the room. Not all analysts are as optimistic. Dr. Altcoin, another prominent voice, has been pretty critical of the Pi core team. His main concern? He believes the team hasn't delivered enough tangible value or provided clear, consistent updates to the community. He argues that the team needs to take much stronger, more decisive actions to support the project and attract long-term, serious investors. And it's not just analysts. There are also growing complaints from the user base itself. Many pioneers who have diligently completed their KYC, Know Your Customer, verification, which is a crucial step to claim their mined tokens, are reporting that they still haven't received their tokens. This is a massive source of frustration, and honestly, it's eroding confidence within the community. Imagine mining for years, doing everything right, and still not having access to your assets. It's a tough pill to swallow. In short, while a big transaction like the 200 million PI token move definitely injects some hope and suggests institutional interest, the road ahead for Pi Network is still filled with significant uncertainty. We have positive signals from large private buyers, but we also have clear concerns from analysts and, most importantly, from the community members themselves regarding transparency, token distribution, and the overall pace of development. So, what does this all mean for you? June 28th is just around the corner. All eyes will be on the Pi core team. Will they deliver the something big that the community is hoping for? Will we finally see significant progress on mainnet, or maybe even that coveted Binance listing? Or will the ongoing issues with KYC and token distribution continue to plague the project and, dampen spirits? My advice, as always, is to stay informed and do your own research. Monitor the official Pi Network announcements closely. Keep an eye on community sentiment, and consider how these developments align with your own investment thesis for Pi. Investing in cryptocurrencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for every investor. The value of cryptocurrencies can fluctuate wildly, and you may lose some or all of your invested capital. This video is for informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always consult with a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Never invest money you can't afford to lose. That's it for today's Zacchy Crypto update. What are your thoughts on this 200 million PI token transfer? Are you bullish on Pi Network's future, or are you one of the skeptics? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your crypto friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Zacchy Crypto Update for more cutting-edge analysis. Until next time, stay safe out there, and happy investing.